12-Sided Stories is for mature audiences and often deals with topics that may be difficult for some listeners. Discretion is advised. In the city of dreams, everyone wants to be a star, but at what cost? 12-Sided Stories presents Otherworld Hollywood.
Hello and welcome to Otherworld Hollywood, episode number 23. My name is Wes Otis. This is our Call of Cthulhu actual play. We have some wonderful players with us. Let us start with Candace.
Hello, everyone. My name is Candace, also known as Candace the Magnificent. My pronouns are they, she, and today I'll be playing Evie Belafonte, she, her.
Hey, I'm Michelle Otis, and I am playing Belle Bellington, and I don't know what else to say. I just blanked.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sam Starr. I use she, they, and the occasional they pronouns. And today I am playing Imani, she, her.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Lev. Wow, that was real southern of me. Hi, I'm Lev. I use they, them pronouns. My character today that I'm playing is Roberta Robbie Cerillos, and they use they, she pronouns. I can take the me out of the Arkansas, but you can't take the Arkansas out of me.
Hey, y'all. I am Mac, and I am playing Cass Richardson, a.k.a. Lenore Von Mori.
Enjoying the show? Then take a moment to join our Patreon. Support the podcast and get early access to episodes and bonus content. Head to 12-Sided Stories Patreon today.
Time for a quick recap. Belle had an incident with Tony Stiletti where Tony took her to a doctor that was at an asylum to get her checked out because she had been talking all of this stuff that in his mind was crazy. But if you're listening, obviously you know that Belle's not lying about any of it. She talked with the doctor. He gave her some Valium and then some uppers, Mama's Little Helpers, I guess. She then went home and went to bed after that whole thing. Meanwhile, over at Imani's house, Imani was confronted by the spirits of the victims.
Crazy ex-girlfriend's past.
Yeah, of the crazy ex-girlfriend's past. Basically, they said, you have to do something about this because we're stuck here. And talked with her for a bit. And then suddenly the rest of you showed up and started looking around and talking with Imani about the situation and what was going on with Rose. You're also dealing with the fact that war has disappeared and you're still filming a movie that at some point you have to go back to work. This has been the weekend. The party that you were going to go to for New Day Cosmetics has been canceled because of Evie and the explosion of the house. So there's a lot of different things going on. Oh, and of course, Cass was scratched by Penelope while Penelope was in her wolf form, and it was enough to get her infected with lycanthropy. So all four of you started searching around Imani's room a little bit, kind of looking because it's completely dark except for one light. And that's when Rose came back into the apartment and opened up the bedroom door with her gun drawn. And that's where we stopped the last episode. Okay, so let's jump in.
I forgot about that last part.
Yeah. Okay. There's always the last part, isn't there? So without further ado, let's jump over to Michelle. You make it home and you're planning to go to sleep. I just have a couple of questions for you. Are you going to take the medication that was given you, or are you just going to hold on to it?
I'm just going to hold on to it. I had no intention of taking it. I may end up using it at some point.
No, I get it.
On someone else.
Yeah, that was the indication that you gave me to the last time.
Yeah.
So you fall asleep relatively quickly because you've been just really tired and feeling overwhelmed. And you wake up on top of a large wooden table. You're laid out on the table. You have a lot of different seasonings on you. grilled onions, grilled tomatoes, grilled mushrooms, that kind of thing, all over your body. You're on this silver platter that's really long for your entire body, and it slides around easily, and you can't move at all. And Tony's at one end of the table, and he's just eating one of your feet at a really fast clip. Can I get a resolve check from you, please?
Ooh, that's ooky.
Correct.
No, I did not make it. I got a 95 over my 63.
You take 5 points.
Oofda.
Now, usually what we would do is we would see whether or not you would fight, flight, or, so on. But you are paralyzed in this dream. And so you're just screaming as he's consuming you. So let's jump back over to the others.
Why are you this way? Who hurt you?
I second that question.
I know I say it every week.
It's great.
What the fuck?
Mac, yeah, it's phenomenal. Every time. It's great. I love it here.
All right. So the rest of you, you're in Imani's bedroom. You're all standing next to each other. It's Penelope, Cass, Robbie, and Imani. The door is swung open. And standing there is Rose. She has a gun. She looks disheveled, like she hasn't bathed in a couple of days, and her hair is kind of messed up. She looks like she's kind of been through it, and she has the gun pointed in your general direction. So what we're going to do is we're going to say Robbie is 1, Mac is 2, Evie is 3, and Sam is 4, Penelope is 5. Okay? So remember your number. She goes, "Oh, honey, I didn't know you would have more guests. So good to see you."
What on earth are you doing?
What am I doing?
Put that down.
No. You know what you've done.
What I've done? What have you done?
Are these more girlfriends that you're with?
Rose, I do not have time for this. Put the gun down.
I am not going to put this gun down.
You are acting so severely unhinged. Please, there's nothing that can't be talked about.
Go ahead, talk. What's your excuse? I trusted you. I cared about you. That's not work, what you were doing.
That's exactly what I was doing. I was putting food in this house and keeping this roof over your head, which I thought you were supposed to be doing, but clearly not.
There's easier ways to put money on the table than whoring yourself out to some kind of photographer.
Whoring myself? Interesting. No one made me do it. I did it because I wanted to. And you weren't complaining when that same money was putting food in your stomach and keeping you warm at night.
I did not know where that money was coming from, and you know it. If I had, I would have told you get a different job, do something else.
Oh,
sure,
please, Rose.
You're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want with your body.
What about you and your job, Rose?
What about
that one? Exactly. Which one do you have that would have kept us warm at night? Which one? Please, I'll wait.
So you're saying that it's okay that the reason you could pay bills and everything else was because of these photographs? I thought you were an actor.
I was trying to take care of you, Rose, but you continuously just want to make things so much harder than what they need to be.
Sure, it was all about me.
Look at what you've left in your wake.
Everything I've done is to be with you, to keep people
please. I would have stayed with you without all of this. What do you think this does now? Do you think that this is some type of incentive? Like that's something that I want? What happens when you get tired of me, Rose? Do I end up like them? Is that comforting?
At least then you won't be with anybody else. So real quick, I need resolve checks from everybody, but Mac, you have to roll at a disadvantage.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and my resolve's really low already, so that'll be fun.
I think as this is going on, Evany leans over and whispers to Cass, "All this over some nudie pictures. I mean, don't we all need to pay our rent sometimes? Surely you've got some. I have some. What's the problem?"
I didn't know that was an option. That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, because during all this, Cass took Penelope's hand and was trying to wedge her behind her, but let's see what I get. I got a 5.
Oh,
I rolled really well.
you rolled phenomenal.
With disadvantage?
Oh, no. I forgot it was disadvantage. My brain said advantage. You got good numbers. Nope, I'm a liar, lying liar who lies. Never mind. I got way over my oops. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Ebony is like, that literally just what I said. That's exactly what Ebony actually says. I got a 15. Ebony's like, really? Some scandalous photographs. I mean, please. Could have been a casting call couch.
I literally made it by 5 under.
What about you, Robbie? You did okay?
28.
Awesome. Okay.
So I'm the only one who failed.
Cass, up until now, you haven't really felt very different after the scratch, but you start to feel, number one, really angry. And like you said, kind of protective towards Penelope and towards the rest of the group. And you can smell the adrenaline pumping through Rose. It's spiked. And you can also suddenly really see a lot sharper than you used to, and overwhelmed by the amount of noise going on just in the relative vicinity. And you hear Penelope whisper to you as you're clutching onto her hand, try to center yourself. Don't let it take over. You won't have control. All right, so you only take 2 points of resolve damage.
Thank God, because I don't have a lot of it.
We will, from this point on, be making power rolls for whether or not you change due to stress and adrenaline. But you know, from what you can sense, Imani definitely has a dominant force over Rose. You can kind of sense that, but you can also tell that adrenaline is so high up that she might do something stupid.
I'll whisper back to Penelope, and it's like through gritted teeth. I'm just like, I'm trying. And I squeeze her hand a little tighter.
Okay, so back to Belle. So, Belle, at this point, he's past your kneecaps.
Stop, Tony, stop. What are you doing?
He puts down his fork for a second and turns to you, and in a very not Tony voice, kind of this lower guttural voice, he goes,
"This is what you want, is to be under my control. It's what you need.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's what you need from me. I can tell."
You're not Tony. You're not Tony. Who are you?
His face starts to warp into the face of the creature that was in the mirror, out of the side of his body, and his hands turn into these tentacles, and his face elongates a little bit. The color of his skin turns into this weird bluish gray tint, and he goes,
"I told you I'd be back, and here I am. Do you know humans taste oddly like chicken? Have you ever had human?"
I close my eyes and I start saying to myself, okay, dream rules, dream rules, dream rules. I want to change it to a giant chicken because it's dream rules, right? That's what she would be thinking because he's talking about chicken.
Michelle, you're so fucking cool.
So you start to do that, and you open up your eyes, and you're still on the table. And he looks at you and he goes,
"Do you seriously think that was going to work? This is my master's realm, not yours."
It was worth a try.
"I guess."
I want to go home and wake up. That's what I want.
Okay.
Whole. Wake up whole.
Why do you stay with Tony if you don't want him to control you like he does?
I guess part of me still cares about him.
He thinks you're insane.
And I think he's an asshole. But somehow we need each other.
Humans are interesting.
What are you?
I'm a priest. You'll learn more. My master has come to enjoy your dreams, so he has sent me to make sure you have more of them.
Well, I don't want more like this.
You don't get to choose what the master wants.
and then you wake up and you look down at your legs. They're both there, but they're covered in blood.
Can I move them?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like strips of skin have been removed, though.
Okay, take a deep breath, and all I think is, okay, it's time to get the iodine.
Time to scream for 15 minutes straight.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what they would have used back then is iodine.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah. That shit's, that's hardcore. All right, let's switch back over.
Bite a belt or something, a leather belt. Just, all of a sudden, Belle's Rambo.
Bambo.
So, Sam, Imani you can see that the things that you are saying are hitting home with her. She's, of course, not completely in the best situation mentally, to say the least. And you can sense that she could be pushed either way, to start firing or to not. So I think at this point, it might be a good time for either a persuade or an intimidation. But I'll tell you right now, you'll be rolling at disadvantage. I will let you decide which thing you want to do.
I'm going to attempt to persuade. All right, persuade at disadvantage. 52 under my 60.
Awesome. How do you get her to put this gun down?
This is exactly what I was worried about. Worried that you would go too far. You've gone too far, Rose. Too far. I know what we went through back home. That's why we're here. But here's not there, Rose. This is our new home now. You're making it hard for myself, for you, and these people, too. What have they ever done to you? Nothing.
Her eyes start to well up a little bit, and she goes, I see enemies everywhere, and I can't help that. When I'm with you, nothing else is as important as being with you.
That's a problem, Rose. That's a problem. You should want to be your own person with or without someone. Having someone doesn't define you. Your actions do.
And then she slowly starts to lower the gun. She goes, I know. I just got so angry.
I don't want to say anything, but during this, can I have been kind of just looking and observing and looking for any signs of like the symbol that Belle and Evie told us about? Just any kind of like anything that might trigger something in my mind.
Robbie doesn't see any markings on her. Cass, you feel all of these emotions going through you. Make just a straight up power roll for me real quick.
Uh-oh.
It's not at disadvantage.
I know, but I still didn't make it. I got 78 over my 50.
Okay. It's almost like there's this big spike in adrenaline and in anger. Rage comes through you, and you feel like you're really dizzy. And Penelope quickly says to the rest of you, everyone, get out. She's changing and she's not going to be able to stop it. And Penelope grabs on to Cass.
Yeah, definitely like growling at this point, probably. And it's just like a very scary sound from not somebody who should be able to make that sound.
Let's go around real quick and find out what each of you are going to do. Let's start with Evie.
The second that Evie hears that she should go, she goes. She doesn't want to stop watching the drama, but at the same time, one close encounter with the werewolf was kind of more than enough for her lifetime. So they're scooting. I imagine they're probably going to go to the bathroom and try to barricade themselves and whoever wants to come with them in there.
Okay. Who follows Evie into the bathroom?
Sam's having a bit of a dichotomy as of what Imani would do right now, personally.
Hey, it is noir. You do you.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It is noir. In that case, I'm going to usher Robbie and myself both into the bathroom with Evie and like the rest of us, but leave Rose outside.
I figured.
You let me clean up your mess, huh?
I'm leaving Rose outside. I was like, listen, I was trying to get the gun so I could do it myself. This works way better.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
This works way better.
Holy shit.
Homicide by werewolf. Okay.
I mean, no one can prove it.
No, you can't. So you slam the door behind you and you hear Penelope start to change, morph as well. Penelope can do it at will and is trying to hold back Cass. Let's jump over to Michelle. You're putting iodine on your leg and a lot of things keep ringing through your mind. This priest of whatever master this thing has seems really interested in your dreams, unlike War has been. And it kind of ties a few things together. Like the thing that Robbie was talking about a small island with a lot of people on a pole and a skin creature there and water all around. There's definitely a deep ocean kind of feel to everything. And you can smell in the air salt when you get up, but you don't see any water anywhere. And it's probably 2 a.m. and there's a knock on your door.
She just lets out this audible, exasperated, Okay, so, I mean, I'm sure she's bandaged herself up a little bit by this point. I go to the door and I, look through.
You don't see anyone there.
I go and I get my gun.
Okay.
I will open the door, but I'll have my foot behind it.
There is a large, luggage chest with a bunch of stickers on it from all over the world, just sitting there.
What the heck?
And there's a card on top of the chest.
Well, I look at the envelope. Do I recognize the handwriting? Do I?
It just says to Belle, and it's in very, very fine cursive lettering, I guess calligraphy almost. The envelope smells very much of seaweed or just that salty sea.
I open the card.
Okay. It's just a white card, and it says on it, "We all should get what we want."
Oh, I don't like this. I don't want to open this chest.
It's your call. I'm not going to make you open it.
I know. I'm just like,
But what's in it?
I know.
That's always the question.
I try to call. Well, I know Evie's place has been blown up, right? Do I or no?
No, I don't think you know that.
Okay. So I try to call Evie's house. I go inside, I shut the door, lock it. I try to call Evie's house. I don't want to open it by myself.
You call and you just get a busy signal.
Okay, I call Penelope's.
It rings for a long time.
I'm going to get dressed and I'm going to go looking for my friends. I'll go to Penelope's. I'll probably pass by Evie's, drive around town. 2 a.m. in Hollywood in the 50s, so I could make it everywhere within 30 minutes.
Very true. So you get into the car and you start driving around and you hit a bump. It feels like it just sinks a little bit lower than it should. And you hear this big knocking sound in the back of your trunk.
I pull over and God help me, I open the trunk.
Inside the trunk is the chest again, and it has a different card on top of it.
I read the card.
Are you sure you're not still asleep?
Ah, damn it. I close my eyes. I wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
You open your eyes to the sight of a flashlight shining at you next to the road. Ma'am, are you okay?
I'm fine. I needed to clear my head, so I went for a drive.
Suddenly the police officer comes within view. Everything okay with your car?
Yeah, I just, I was just trying to go see a friend.
All right, well, do you need, so you're okay, you don't need any help?
No, but thank you.
All right. Kind of shines a light around your car a little bit. Wow, I rolled like shit. I rolled 99.
Oh, the cop explodes.
He goes, all right, well, have a good night. And then he walks back to the car and drives away.
So Bella's sitting there. She's like, damn it, damn it, damn it. She continues on. She decides to go look for everybody.
Okay. So we'll be back to you. Evie, Robbie, Imani, you all three have scurried into the bathroom, have shut the door, and during this episode for Cass of turning into this werewolf, as you turn into this creature, you get glimpses of running through woods, hunting, just the basic call of the wild kind of imagery goes through your brain. The imagery that is not in your brain is any human perception of what's going on. Suddenly, you're very much the animal. Give me a power roll.
Because that went so well last time. I got a 37 under my 50.
All right. Unfortunately, Penelope missed hers. So you throw her back towards the bed and she lands a few feet away. Rose raises up her gun and starts to shoot. All you see in front of you is flashing. You don't really perceive a gun or anything. You do perceive prey. So you start to lunge forward. Go ahead and make a roll. Fighting's at 50%. So you want to roll and tell me what you get.
I got a 45.
Okay. Roll an 8-sided die for me, please.
I got a 7.
Oof. Okay, so inside of the bathroom, how are you all huddled in the tub? Are you holding on to the door? What is everyone doing? We'll start with Evie because you were the first one to run in.
I get into the tub. I go earthquake rules because I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. Evie just runs into the tub and crouches. I don't know where I left Buttercup.
Yeah, I'll let you decide where you left Buttercup. If you want Buttercup to be with you, that is your choice.
No, I would not like Buttercup to be with me right now.
Okay, we're very pro not hurting animals, so...
Yeah, I'm hoping that I didn't say any, I don't think I said anything about it last time. Worst comes to worst, Buttercup is in Penelope's car with the windows rolled down in their carrier, and that's where they're at.
Whatever is the safest place for Buttercup is where Buttercup is.
So then I am without Buttercup in the bathtub.
Okay, roll me a luck roll real quick.
Why must I roll a luck roll when I walk
tell you
into
after
an empty bathroom?
We'll see whether or not you make that roll, and I'll let you know.
Ruh-roh.
That's a 95 over.
Buttercup is in a safe place, but unfortunately, you left all of their dog treats in your pockets. So you have a purse full of dog treats.
Great. That's wonderful.
Slow clap.
And I'm sure werewolves have a really good sense of smell.
They really do.
That's great. That's great.
It's next level.
I love that for me, honestly. Good.
Oh, I do what I can. Imani, what are you doing? You're hearing gunshots and screaming. Help me, please. Imani, why? Please help me. It's and you hear the sounds of crunching and eating through the door.
No, I don't, because Imani has her ears covered and is like leaning up against the door, like trying to barricade it with her own body, like ducked in a corner. Is like, nope, I don't want no parts of this. So I don't hear shit.
If you should wish to save your paramour, Imani, I do have some distractions. And I shake my open purse at you. If you want to save Rose, I understand. You know, sometimes it's the crazy ones that do all the fun stuff in the bedroom. I understand. I get it.
She doesn't do enough fun stuff for this.
I feel like with that, Imani like closes her purse with her eyebrows raised and is just like, get it, girl. Know thyself.
Not enough fun stuff to be dealing with this shit. Promise you that much.
That is fair.
Had more fun at Cut'ems. Imani has her ears plugged, very and is crouched against the door, has her feet braced up against the tub, kind of using it as like leverage to help keep the door closed.
I love it. Robbie, I'm really interested in your perspective right now.
Robbie's having a bad time. Robbie's having a bad time. Robbie has just started leaking tears again, unbeknownst to them. A lot of shit's gone on in about 4 hours that they have no explanation for. And they can't get their head around any of it. They don't have any power over any situation they're in. They don't have any power over any situation anyway, but especially with supernatural beings and things they don't understand. So I think just like tears streaming, they're going to sit down next to Imani, pull the little like lever on their braces that kind of lock them straight and brace them same against the tub as an extra like human doorstop basically, cover their ears, and they're going to try to go to sleep so they can talk to Bustet.
All right, so here's what I think we should do. First, Evie, I would like you to roll for resolve with advantage. I just felt like your response really kind of typified the advantage part of it. What'd you get?
No.
You did it.
No.
No.
The closest I got was 6 over.
Just a gentle no.
Evie's doing their best to manage, right? And they have like a tough face on, but the last 24 hours have just been a little too much, I think.
This is late game Call of Cthulhu, and like late capitalism, it sucks. It can be very difficult. So you take 6 points. So I need you to make a roll against your intelligence. You want to fail this roll, because if you make it, it means that you understand everything that's been going on and it overwhelms you and you have a response to it.
That is a 77 over 40.
You guys have not had an easy go of it. Let me see.
He says with such sympathy as though he's not the reason. I've not had an easy go of it. Gosh, that really sucks, guys. Like, get out of here, Wes.
That's really hard.
It's beautifully sadistic, though.
You've been put through it.
I'm here as an arbiter. That is it.
Someone hurt you guys. Gosh.
Beautifully sadistic is so poetic. That's going to be the name of my autobiography. Beautifully sadistic.
All right, so can you roll a 4-sided die for me?
I mean, if I have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to roll a 4-sided die to see what your response is.
Sure. A 2. Wait, no, that's a 3. It's a 3.
Okay. All right, well, that one's not as bad as the 2, because the 2
good.
was fawn, which would have been like, would you like some dog treats?
No.
Get out of the way of the door. I can save us. Instead, you get freeze, and you're just kind of sitting there, frozen where you are for the next couple of minutes. So out of all of them, I think that one's the best in this situation.
That checks out.
Yeah, like you said, you're done at this point. It's been so much going on. You've got a lot on your mind. Now, I would like Imani to roll with advantage for resolve, and I'd like Robbie to roll just straight roll, no advantage, no disadvantage. Because Imani has made a decision, so...
Once again, both rolls make it. It was 35 under my 70.
Awesome. I'm going to say that you do take 1 point of resolve damage just because it is morally difficult to listen to someone that you've loved get attacked. Robbie?
I failed by 40. So,
yeah.
you know.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez,
Don't you know? Every time I watch Fargo, it takes me a week to get rid of the accent. Go ahead and take 4 points. So you do not have a big reaction. Candace, I'm going to give you an option. This is an option under the resolve rules because you have mentioned that you feel like, you've kind of gone through it and you're having a really hard time. And this is for anybody that makes a resolve check. If you want to take on a temporary fear of something, you can. Just let me know. It doesn't need to be right this second. You can think about it.
I feel like Evany has had so many different things affect her, rather.
Which is why it's temporary and totally optional. It's not something that you have to do.
I think this time I'm going to bypass.
Robbie has a temporary fear of bathrooms because everything bad in the past 4 hours has been in a bathroom. Which sounds really silly, but is very serious.
And being afraid of the bathroom is not a good thing. That's terrible.
No.
Honestly, technically longer than that, because when Robbie went to go find their goldfish...
Oh, when I went, yeah, God, everything bad that started in the fucking bathroom. Yeah. All right.
Okay, that's awesome. Mac, I'm going to leave you hanging for a couple more minutes. All right, so...
Of course.
We'll jump back over to Belle. Belle, you drive around. You go to all of these different places. First, you would go to Penelope's, and you see Easter in the window, and he's pawing at the window.
If he's pawing at the window, everything's been weird enough. I'm going to believe in a talking cat. So I go up to the door. Is it unlocked?
It is not locked.
Okay, I go in.
And Easter kind of runs up to you and does that circle 8 between your legs.
I go, hi, have you been fed?
He stops and just kind of looks up at you, and then he jumps up and does the claw thing into your clothes as he's climbing up to your face.
I go, okay. I've seen Robbie do this. And so I pick him up and I put my forehead on his head.
Finally.
I thought only Robbie could hear this stuff.
All of you but, well, I believe Penelope can't, and I believe Cass can't either because they're werewolves.
Oh. Okay, so I've been having some weird stuff happen to me.
Yeah, you all have. Evie disappeared, and then there was an explosion in town. They all left. I mean, to look for Evie and Imani. They don't know where you are.
Oh, my ex-husband was trying to throw me into the loony bin, so,
That would have been a very bad place for you to be.
Yes, but I had a dream about a big guy with tentacles who was eating me. It was really awful, and I talked with him. He said he was a priest.
That's disconcerting.
And now there's a box in my trunk, a big chest that I don't want to open, and it says everyone should get what they want.
Oh, that's even more disconcerting.
Yeah, it smells oceany.
We need to get all of you back together so that we can figure out what all this means. Also, it's a lot easier to talk to you when you're all asleep.
True, but I mean, going to sleep right now is kind of a dangerous proposition. Am I asleep right now? Am I still...
If you were asleep, I could talk to you without the head bonk.
Oh, okay. I'm just kind of trying to take this all in. Not just talking to a cat, it's talking back to me.
He says, I guess the only thing you could do is, if Evie's place is destroyed, maybe Imani's where you should go, or maybe you should just stay here and wait. I don't know.
I guess I should head to Imani's. That may be where they went.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the next step. So thank you for listening.
You're welcome. We're always listening.
Does that mean all cats?
Of course. Didn't Robbie explain any of this to you?
No. They just said that they could talk to you by putting their forehead on yours. That's all they said. Well, and that you were a general.
Correct. All right, I'm going to leave now. Good luck. He jumps down.
Thanks. I hope to see you soon.
And walks away.
I get in the car and I head over towards Imani's.
All right, Cass. Everything over the last 10 minutes is kind of a blur. And everything feels strangely exhilarating as you feel the gush of blood in your mouth, the tearing of muscle, and the fulfillment of food, just the taste of it. You hear screaming. It's very loud, and you quickly stop it. You know where to bite. You know what to snap. So roll Constitution while you're a werewolf. You're rolling against a 65.
All right. I got an 88.
All right. So luckily for the rest of you, Cass is so involved in the meal that she is making of Rose that she doesn't smell any of the food that's on Evie. And slowly you start to realize that you're changing back into human form, Cass. You're covered in blood, and Rose's corpse is laid out in front of you with huge bites out of it. And you see Penelope, she is also next to you eating because the smell of the blood was too much. And the two of you, almost like a pack on an animal corpse, attacked. Make me a resolve check because you're seeing this horrible thing in front of you and you know you've swallowed human flesh. So that's pretty horrifying.
Ugh, my resolve is so low. I'm probably not gonna make this roll anyway. Yeah, I got a 96 over the 21 points I have left. Yeah.
Oof. Okay.
21?
Yeah, that's all I have left.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, I took bad resolve damage.
Yeah, you just took even more bad resolve damage.
Shit. This character's gonna be done.
You're covered in blood. What clothes you have on are disheveled, like your dress has been torn, everything's been, because you grew to be like 6.5 feet and more bulky. So now you're on the floor with like torn up clothes and blood all over, and you are looking down at what you've done. Make an intelligence check. So roll against your intelligence.
Okay. I got a 43 under my 70.
Okay. It is your call about your reaction, and you say you want to try to make yourself throw up.
Oh, I don't think it's a matter of making myself try to throw up. I feel like the first reaction is just to immediately just start vomiting. Yeah.
Wretch. Okay. You start throwing up. Penelope starts to just scream because you're not sure she's ever actually killed a person or ate a person. So she's screaming and you're throwing up. That's when Belle walks through the door and sees the two of you on the ground in front of this corpse. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Oh, man.
Cool.
All right. Did you all have fun?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just taking copious notes.
Yeah. A lot happened.
Yeah, I have a page and a half alone just from this episode.
Yeah. I had a great time. Thank you guys. Let's find out where all of these wonderful people are. Let's start with Mac.
Hey, y'all. I have been and will continue to be Mac Beauvais. You can find me everywhere online as @StrangeLikeThat. And if you've got evil ex/lover who's trying to kill people, then hit me up. I might come and werewolf out on them, apparently.
Hi, I'm Lev. You can find me on Twitter @LegoM2RS. You can also hear me play more games at Mayday Roleplay, where we're deep in Orpheus, deep in Delta Green, deep in a lot of shenanigans and terror in a good way. Yeah, check us out. And thanks for having me.
Hello, I am Candace, also known as Candace Magnificent. You can find me at the Candace Marie on Twitter and Blue Sky, at Candace Magnificent everywhere else. I am in a bunch of stuff coming up that has not been announced, so by the time this goes live, there will be more things for you to see me in, so please feel free to follow me there. Otherwise, you can catch me every other Saturday on Matihi's channel for What We Do in the Shallows, which is a queer horror pirate campaign, as well as 12-Sided Stories' other podcast, the monthly Beyond the Outer Mothership podcast, and Bloom and Blight, which is a Girl by Moonlight podcast over by Dareful Archives.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sam Starr. I played Imani. You can find me all over social media, regardless of where, basically, at Lust for Life. That's LUSTTFORLIFEX. Follow me on social media to see consistently what I'm in, because stuff always changes. Or you can just see me on Transplanter RPG's Twitch channel, as well as their YouTube, or at by Connie Chong on TikTok to watch the Chaos Protocol. We are in it's the second main campaign. We are in the second arc, and it's just kicking off to be one hell of a ride. So catch me there. That's on Saturdays at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hey, I'm Michelle, and you can find me on all the socials at Mishulu. Well, most of the socials anyway, at Mishulu. That's MICHULHU. You can also find my music and Wes's amazing sound effects if you subscribe to the Plate Mail Games catalog through BattleBards.
And I am Wes Otis, and you can find me at Plate Mail Games on all the different socials. You can find the podcast as 12-Sided Stories, the number 12, and then Sided Stories on all of the socials as well, or find us on our website at 12sidedstories.com, all spelled out, all one word. If you wanted to join us and talk with us more, you can join our Discord. Again, go to the website and find the links there. Or you can also help out the podcast by joining us over on Patreon, which is where you will find the new Mothership game that will be running Beyond the Outer that Candace had mentioned, which is going to be super fun. Or if that's not a possibility, give us a shout out or give us a review on your favorite platform. We love hearing from you. Thank you so much for listening. We will talk to you next time. Bye everybody.